for a man. A giant leap for the mankind. Those were the first message which was conveyed from the moon by Neil Armstrong when he first made his step on the moon. I know there's been a lot of conspiracy theories revolving around the same topic, whether Neil has actually stepped on the moon or not. But let's hypothetically assume that Neil has stepped on the moon. Let's pick up his statement alone. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, the gist of the statement is very simple. He has made a step and it is not a leap. It is just the beginning of a series of steps which is yet to come on the future. Raise your hand if you remember the speciality of date 24th February 2016. Anyone? Toastmasters googling in 1 second is not going to help you out here. And I will not be surprised either if you don't remember that. For me, I cannot forget that date. That was the date on which I gave my CC2. I know. It's been 24 months. In simple words, 2 years. More than the believing factor, I'm sure you all would be having questions in your mind. How did you get away from your mentor? How did you escape from your vice president education? How did you survive so far? Above all, why? For the same question, why, I've been giving a lot of naive and lame reasons in the past. But those were just excuses. What I conveniently concealed was a brutal reality, an actual reason. Let me take you all back to the day on which I delivered my CC2. And I love my speech. For me, it was a flawless speech. There were Toastmasters in the room who came to me and said they appreciated me. Appreciations were showering like a torrential monsoon rains. There were veteran Toastmasters who even told it's one of the best speeches they have ever heard in the club. Now you can imagine what mindset would I be in. I took myself to a total new level. But little did I realize then that a burden was getting loaded here. Little did I realize on that day that a small step which I took was forcing me to take a giant leap going forward. Episode got subsided. I decided to write my next speech. Before writing the speech, the expectation which I had set for myself was already sky high. One thought reverberated in my mind. I'm not going to get satisfied with a mere small step. I want to take a giant leap in the next speech. Every idea I drafted, every word I drafted, I was not satisfied. I did not realize a single thing. This weight was adding burden over here again. I was never satisfied with whatever I had written down. Another thing which I realized now, which I did not realize then, was time taking for me, for thinking to take a giant leap, was more than a time taken it would have if I had taken a step then. Episode got over. In other hand, there were members who were completing their CCs and even ACs in a flash. They were reaching milestones frequently, while I was still at the square one, just thinking of taking a giant leap. Later, I realized, or rather had a revelation. Most important part of a journey is your destination. Not the path you took, not how you reached there, just the destination. Throughout these times, I had an aim in my mind. I did have an aim, but what I was concerned was to reach that aim in giant leap, not with the small steps. I have faced crossroads in my journey. I'm sure all of you would have. I envisioned this speech as one of those crossroads. Before I started, or before I thought of delivering this speech, I made up my mind with one thing. Whatever be the outcome of this speech be, it is not going to shake me off the balance, whatever be the outcome be. Be it the best speech you have ever heard, be it the worst speech you have ever heard, it's not going to change the course of my journey. Because this is Toastmasters. Every speech which you give here is a learning. What excites me right now